Well, in kind of people in the chat talking about just kind of the offense and JJ's run game, but a lot of it is like this is the exact formula that Jim Harbaugh wants to win with. Like this is it. Like he wants
Absolutely.
to run the ball. He wants to be physical. He wants to control when he throws the ball. He wants to avoid those have to throw situations, which every coach does, right? That's the ideal situation, but this is exactly what Jim Harbaugh wants to roll with and wants to do and how he wants to play football. Defense and run game. And I don't think it's changed since he's been at Michigan. I just think they've done a better job of developing the guys that get on campus and just the caliber of athlete that they have. So it's this is vintage Jim Harbaugh. Vintage Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah, man. And and they're not beating themselves for the most part, right? They had a couple things today. Penalties, a couple holding calls, I believe. And JJ had the pick six, and it was a weird play, right? I think those one from one. It was I think a slightly under, not the right trajectory on the pass, and he basically kind of threw it as a bullet, and it hit. It wasn't even like it was funny. It wasn't like the Penn State defender hit it with his hands. He basically kind of like jumped and it hit him in the face, and it was a weird play. And then it's in the air, and it was actually about to hit the ground because the defender for Penn State, it was a lineman. He was going to get there, but JJ kind of like tipped it up in a way, and it allowed 23, I believe, for Penn State to kind of run under it, and it was a free play. But those are one of those little things where, JJ will learn like the little bit of things to do. Hey, when the ball's in the air, knock that thing down, JJ. Don't try to get it back. Knock it down, spike it as hard as you can. He got his hand on it. Spike it as hard as you can, and live to play another day. So that's part of him learning, and I think, and he's gotten better every week, man. And you know, that's all they need. I think one thing is very clear is that this dynamic is different compared to with McNamara last year. This offense is absolutely better than last year, and that's all you can ask for. And defensively, they are starting to look maybe even more balanced than they were last year. They are looking like a better team. Let me just say this: they look better than last year right now. They really do. And
Mm-hmm.
what's fun and exciting is that they're getting better every week, and we don't even know where their trajectory is going to stop. So, look, man, it's very, very exciting. It's just very, very exciting. I can't overstate that right now.
Janet just going ham. Penn State coaches were kind of brain dead today. That's Hey, listen, I think
Well,
that
well,
may be
but
true,
you know what?
but
I
it's
felt,
what else
go
could you
ahead.
do though? Like there was, you know what I mean? Like it's like, all right, try to run it, couldn't do that. They wanted to stick to the run,
They got
couldn't do it.
dominated. They were
Try to throw it, can't do that
their
either.
players are being dominated. Dude, their linemen on both sides of the ball were being dominated, right? When you are, this is just football 101. When you are losing the point of attack, when you're losing the line of scrimmage game, you're not going to win the football game, right? And let alone on both sides of the ball, you're getting dominated. It's just not much as a coaching staff you can do because it's hard to set up anything, right? So yeah, I don't think there's much the Penn State coaching staff can do because their guys, and they got broken after a while. I think that what reminded me about the Ohio State game last year was that after a certain point, Michigan just broke Penn State. They broke them, especially on D. They just broke. I mean, that what when the game got burst open was Michigan goes to 24-17, right? They're down 17-16. They go down the field. They score a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion. I love that, by the way. I love that Harbaugh decided to do that. They go up 7. They get the ball back, and literally the very first play, Corum breaks out for a run, 31-17, night. And that was pretty much it. At that point, Penn State was broken. There was nothing they can do.
Jesse puts Penn State going after Matt Rule. I don't know if you remember or not, but James Franklin just signed a very, very large contract extension. So he's in that, I think, $95 million
Not going
club.
anywhere.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's not going. He
And to
may
be
have
quite
finessed
frank,
his way to that, but it is what it is. He got it.
yeah, and to be quite frank with you, I mean, look, they only have one loss. I mean, unless their season and they pulled out a graphic today on the doing the broadcast with how roller coaster the Penn State has like these roller coaster seasons. And hey, look, if they fall off the table the rest of this year, they start off 5-0, but they finish 8-4. Yeah, I mean, then that may be one of those like, man, okay, enough of this. But dude, they finished with 9 or 10 wins. I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
He's not going anywhere.
it's funny. I saw someone in the comments put third place James Franklin. Oh, yeah, it's like we used to call Jimmy third place. But hey, look,
Perception is reality. However people perceive you, that is what it is. Let's see. I can't remember. Let's take a look at, the buyout. His buyout would be nuts. I mean, it'd be $40 million in 2026, and it's way more than that. So yeah, James Franklin isn't going anywhere. They could lose the rest of their games, and he's still going to be there. He's absolutely going to be there.
I want to address this comment by Antoine. We need better routes, and I need JJ to have more pocket awareness. I don't know why he thinks he can stand back here for a half an hour. Well, I think part of it is that he's getting such great protection at times. However, I do agree with you on one part that Antoine is that I don't like our route trees all the time. And I definitely think that's something that this coaching staff can expand upon. I think it's a lot of dink and dunk, little hitch routes here and there to kind of get the ball out quick. And I think what these kids are, they need to have better route trees to better exploit that sometimes. Not exploit, help utilize his tools of an arm sometimes, and I agree with you on that for sure.
I'm not sure if it's route tree, if it's just play calling, kind of everything together. So I'm not sure, but I think Michigan has they have the personnel to do basically whatever they want. As far as JJ with the kind of internal clock, I think that probably needs to get a little better. And because the thing is it's not as if he is a statue back there and can't run. That's also a win too. JJ scrambling for 5 yards, getting down. That's also a win. That's a good thing. So, I don't know. I think it's something they probably just got to continue working on the timing. Because JJ had a couple good throws out there to Cornelius Johnson. They ran like a boot. That was a really good throw that he had down the field. There was another one he hit to number 18, and I cannot remember his name, but they were lined up wrong, and it just it was a penalty. He ended up coming back, but it's one of those things where you're running it so well that do you even worry about the pass game that much in a game like today?
No,
400 yards on the ground,
Yeah, no, not a game like today, but I think to Antoine's point, it's just, it's you're caught in a situation where essentially if the defense is on those routes, those little stop routes, then your quarterback's kind of stuck okay, nothing's there, and you're looking like, guys, move. Okay, you ran your route, you're sitting, but the defense is right on your tail, trying to find a spot. Sometimes I think receivers have to work on finding a spot, where in a lane where the quarterback can get you the ball. But I will say, in terms of JJ's decision making, he did something today that I really liked. I think it was on a third down in which he got the ball. There was nothing there, and he noticed that the right side was open. He took off and he ran, and he got the first down. He did it a couple times today. One time he was short. I thought he got the first, but they said he was short. He's recognizing, okay, it's man-to-man. There are portions of the field open up. Let me take a run and get 7 to 8 yards and get the first down. Kid, that's why you're out there. You got a great arm, but you also have really good legs in terms of your speed. Utilize it. Get your first down, moving forward. Keep the chains going forward. So I think he's learning, and that's a really good sign.